Hi, I'm going to attempt to walk you through ordering books through the Riverside City College bookstore. So if you go to Bing or Google and you just search RCC bookstore, you'll see the link here. And I'm going to go straight to textbooks just because that tends to get us straight to where we need to be. And then you want to make sure that you have it on Fall 2021, English 1A, and our section number is 47720. You don't need to do the 91 because there are no additional books. And so you click Find Materials. Now there's some tricky things on this, so I wanted to talk it through with you. So one is everybody is getting Street Life, Poverty Gangs, and a PhD. You can do a rental, but remember that your books are being paid for through the voucher, and it's a terrific book. And once you finish it, you might want to pass it on to a friend because it's very inspiring. So you can get it new or used. I don't mind buying things used, so I'm just going to click on used. Okay. Now, here's the thing that I'm a little frustrated with. I think because what I want to do is a little complicated. For the book club, I am having you choose between three options. So the Debtor in Prison and Beating the System are actually one option together. So if you are choosing Three Little Words or Etched in Sand, those books are fine on their own. You could choose either of those. But if you are doing the Debtor in Prison, you are also doing Beating the System. So you need to choose both of those. So I'm just going to demonstrate that. And the reason for that is Debtor in Prison and Beating the System are both about half the length of the other two memoirs. So what I decided is I like both of them, so I made them one option together, so it's equivalent to the length of the other books, Three Little Words and Etched in Sand. One other note is Etched in Sand, I think, is the most beautifully written of all of the books. It is also probably the most painful to read, so there's a little bit of a trigger warning on that. But I'm going to go ahead and click. I want to show you, make sure that I can do this. So I want to pick both Debtor in Prison and Beating the System. So even though it says choose only one of four, that's wrong. I tried to explain that in my note to the bookstore, but I think that just the way the website works, it doesn't let us do that. So then you go, okay, add items to bag. Now, I would also make sure that you're ordering books for your other classes at the same time. So I'm going to click this in, and it just reminds you of what you picked. And so I picked all of these, and then I'm going to view my bag and check out or continue shopping. And there was a little note about vouchers, so I'm not going to be able to go all the way through, but I wanted to point out that when you check out, do you see where it says we accept book and supply vouchers? You need to make sure that you have your voucher from Jeremy or at Guardian Scholars, or if you're part of the Next Step program, I believe Dora Aiken is the one who supplies you with that. And then we're going to proceed to checkout. And I believe when you log in, that you can choose. Oh, okay, I'm going to continue as a guest. Proceed to delivery method. It's taking a little bit of time on this. Oh, nope. There, we'll go do it again. Proceed to delivery method. There we go. Okay. Now, one of the things they said that the bookstore said last year is that the ship to the address, while you can choose that, they have no power over how quickly or how slowly that happens. And so they recommend that everybody does pick up at the campus and that they will let you know when the books are available so that you know when to go pick up. So this is what they, and it says an email with tracking information. And so I would definitely recommend that if you're able to go to campus. And then you proceed to payment method. And this is where you can do a book and supply voucher. And so you put your student ID in. So hopefully, and this is where I'm not 100% sure how this works, But last year, I had two students who demonstrated to the rest of the class how it worked. When they put in their student ID, the vouchers showed up. Now, I am not part of Next Up or Guardian Scholars as a student, therefore my ID is not going to help, but it should show up as a book voucher if you put your student ID in. So if it doesn't, please talk to Jeremy, and then you would go to your contact information and so on and finish the order. So that's as far as I can walk you through, but I hope that that is helpful. And again, like I said, if you're having any problem with the vouchers, please talk to Jeremy Johnson or Dora Aiken in Next Step. If you're part of Next Step, Dora is the person to talk to. If you're not part of Next Step, please go to Guardian Scholars and Jeremy Johnson can help you, or Jessica. Okay? Thank you. Hope this helps.